This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
And this is the Viewers Anonymous podcast. Bro, what's up with you, man? How you doing?
It's a tough question today, man.
Don't I know it?
Hey, man, I went and, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was a thing to speak about, man. I thought it would have been like a secret society type of thing, man. But like, obviously, it's something that's very popular. One dude got very excited about it, man. So I got my vasectomy done a couple of days ago.
Okay. Then.
And so I got it done Thursday, and I went into work Friday, right? Mm-hmm. And I told the doc, asked me was I going to work. I told him, he was like, just try not to lift a lot of heavy shit, you know. So of course, you know how I go down at FedEx, nothing but heavy shit on the goddamn truck. Right. So I'm like, fuck, man. So I see one of my managers, and I looked at him, and I just shook my head. I said, man, I should have called in today. He was like, man, nah, don't do that, man. It's crazy today. I said, yeah, I know. I said, I'm supposed to be lifting nothing heavy, man. I got a vasectomy done yesterday. Yeah. He was like, and then, dude, oh my God. The whole mood changed. He was like, you did? I was like, yeah. He said, man, that's the best thing in life, man. He was like, man, I got mine done 12 years ago. He was like, man, I'm telling you, it's so much better. It feels better. This type shit. I was like, damn, bro, you more excited than I am. I was like, I'm still over here in goddamn pain, but he got me hyped for, you know what I'm saying, a couple weeks. It's a little trial period that I got to go through or whatever, whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But I'm to the point where, you know what I'm saying, I'm not sitting on ice. So, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm a little better now, man. But what's going on with you?
Man, listen. I've been trying to protect my energy all week, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot going on, bro. It's just a whole lot going on. And, you know, you get around so many different people. So many people just be negative, and you be trying to shake that shit off. So I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm a little bit drained from this whole week. You know what I'm saying? We spoke about it earlier, but yeah, man, I'm tuckered out from this whole week, man. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Once we get done with this, I'm going to bed. I'm taking my ass to sleep.
I feel you, man. Sometimes, man, sleeping that energy off is a good thing, man. But yeah, man, you told me about it earlier, man. It's some wild, crazy shit. Yeah, but like, man.
Now, I got a question. So,
what's up?
When you have this vasectomy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you'll be orgasming, but you won't bust though.
No, see, that's the misconception. Like everybody, that's what I thought it was too, right? Yeah. So it's basically like when we had like the little console thing, and he was just like, he said, so I'm gonna go through some of the most common questions. He was like, if you got any more questions, you can ask. He said that, so he told me how the procedure was going to go and what they was doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he said as far as like your sperm, he was like, everything will be the same. It's going to come out the same color. Everything was going to be exactly the same. But what they do is, it's like they cut out like this, because he showed it to me. It looked like two tiny little spaghetti strings.
Right.
And like, so he cut that out, and what they do is they sew up that part. And what that does is that blocks basically like the babies that live in sperm out. Like your sperm and your ejaculate, all that shit is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I don't know, like the fucking living organisms in that shit or something.
So basically, you just got soulless sperm.
Yes. Soulless sperm is coming out this bitch. Yeah. Okay. And it's crazy as fuck, man. Like, but the thing is, dude, it didn't even take me fucking 15 minutes, dude. Like, you can't like they gave me a Valium to take like 45 minutes before I went in. So I took the Valium. I get in there, you know what I'm saying? And then the only thing that's crazy about it is, like when you go in, I'm pretty sure you was with your wife when she was going through her doctor's appointments and shit. And you
Yeah.
know how they got the things and they got like when you sit your legs
Where
up,
you sit your
like,
feet up.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like a
you gotta do
man.
that.
It's like, so you got a male
Yeah,
pattern.
it's a man one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
man one, man. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta put my feet on these things. He was like,
Mhm.
yeah. And so it's just like, man, he get down there and he gave me a shot in each testicle, right? And like
Mm.
that's the only part that hurt. That was the only part that hurt is when he stuck that needle in, got there numb that shit. But once he got to doing it, I ain't feel nothing. And so like he was just like done one side, boom, 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 another shot in the other one, boom, boom, I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I'm
it ain't.
cool on that.
I'm telling you,
I'm
like,
cool
dude,
on that, bro.
it's not as bad as everybody said it, man. And it's like now, see, the thing about us as guys, like we over exaggerate a lot of things. That's
Yeah,
just
we do.
like, I
We do.
never got I need to, everybody need to get, this is for all us men, especially black men. We gotta get our prostate checked. I haven't
Oh
done it
yeah.
yet. I
Yeah.
haven't done it yet, but
Once you get
like,
to a certain age, you got to, yeah.
yeah, and it's like you have this anticipation of it being like the most horrible thing. Like I thought the vasectomy was gonna be the most horrible thing in the world. And it's like,
Hmm.
damn, it wasn't even that bad. So
Right.
it's like now it's like shit. Let me stop bullshitting around and get this damn prostate check and all this shit. Because I think that we always be fucking around with each other. Like, oh man, he stuck your finger in your booty. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like
Nah,
shit.
that ain't nothing to play with. Cause I tell you this,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? I don't now I ain't gonna lie. I make the jokes just cause, you know what I'm saying? Like I make the jokes just cause. But I definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking forward to getting to those stages in life where I have to go do that colonoscopies and all that kind of stuff because you know what I'm saying? Like you really don't understand, you know what I'm saying, how much of that shit is in your body, like no pun intended, but you don't understand that shit that really be in your body. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking to a friend and he was saying that he had took some he had went and got that go lightly shit, the shit that you drink and help flush out your system. And he was saying, like, bro, he lost like 15 pounds drinking that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, man, you said you just wouldn't believe like just all the shit that just be stuck in your system. And I mean, like, I totally get it, but I mean, like, that's no joke. Prostate cancer, that's no joke. Colon cancer is no joke. I encourage everybody that, you know what I'm saying, to definitely, soon as you hit that age, as soon as you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you comfortable with doing it, go get checked as soon as possible. I myself, I'll be going very soon as well, too, because that's one of them things, man. You gotta make sure that you're doing the right thing. You gotta make sure that you're taking care of your health. Because if you don't, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna be here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That should have
But
take you
like,
out.
yeah. But like, man, it wasn't like I mean, going into it, like my thing was I was like I wasn't like really that nervous, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
like when you don't know what's gonna happen, it's just like, all right, man, let me go in and get it done, toughen up, get it. And it was just like once it was done, it was like all the shit that I thought was gonna happen. It's like, damn, that wasn't even that bad. So
Right.
I mean, like, dude, it's not that bad, but everybody's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was talking to another homeboy about getting theirs done. They said they got put to sleep. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, what the fuck? I said, they didn't put me to sleep. I
Yeah.
was
See,
like,
they had to do that to me. They had to put me to sleep. There's no way I'm gonna be up and awake while you sticking a needle in my nuts. That's not. I can't do that. Just knowing that that's happening, I don't even care if I can't feel it. Just knowing that happened, like, nah.
man, it's wild, man. But I think that it's just one of those situations where it's just like after that, because I'm on my little trial period right now. Like I can't do
Mm-hmm.
that for a week, and then it's kind of like after a week, like I could do something, but you still gotta have protection and shit like that because they say
Mm-hmm.
there's so much to still like in the one part that you have to like flush it all out type shit.
Oh,
And
okay.
then 6 weeks I gotta send in a sample to make sure that all of the shit is out. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
wow.
So
Okay.
yeah. Well, the living souls, the way you put
Yeah.
it.
The soul,
Yeah,
the soul sperm.
yeah, the soul sperm. Got to make sure all the soul sperm is gone. But
Yeah.
yeah, he said, man, it's gonna be
So
regular.
when you send in your sample, like, do you got to go there and do it, or do you got to do it from the house and then like take it there?
Oh well, that's the great thing about dating somebody that worked there. So I'm giving her my sample and she's taking the sample in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that's what she worked, man. Cause I know I was talking to somebody, and I was like, man, she look at balls and dicks all day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, so,
Yeah.
so like, yeah, man, she gonna take my sample. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna give her the sample. So
Oh, I feel you. I feel
I'm
you.
still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. But yeah, man, it's something, man. You know, it, I don't think he would mind, but you know what I'm saying. I got Casey. He's been had it done a while ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was just
Okay.
like, he said, man, he said it's a great thing to do, for your girl,
Mm-hmm.
so she don't have to keep taking um
Birth control.
birth control and all that type shit because all the side effects and all the shit that come
Mm-hmm.
along with birth control and all this shit. And he was just like, we knew we were done,
Mm-hmm.
so he was just like, the easiest thing to do is just for me to do it, So
Mm.
he went and he got his done years ago. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, man.
Well,
So
man,
it's
congratulations, man. I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, you went through with it, and I'm glad that you healthy and you cool, man, and you know what I'm saying, you ain't have no malpractice or no shit like that.
yeah, but you still gotta still sitting down slowly though. You know what I'm saying? It's still
Hey, it beat the opposite, brother. Trust me. It beat the opposite. Hey,
yeah, man.
what could have been is way worse than that.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, it's wild, man, how they figure out how to do shit, man, like that. Because
Yeah.
it's just, and that's why I say, man, if they can figure out shit like this, I mean, this
Mm-hmm.
will take us down a totally different wormhole. But like, man,
Yeah.
I think we both are in the belief of like there is a cure for AIDS, not AIDS,
Oh,
but
it
yeah, like
definitely is.
AIDS,
Yeah, it
fucking
definitely is.
HIV, what's the other shit? Cancer. I think it's
Herpes,
shit for
all that
cancer.
shit.
All that shit, man. They
Mm-hmm.
they just don't want to give it to just other motherfuckers because there's so much money in fucking medicine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think they just don't want to give us this shit. But anyway, that's a whole totally different podcast there, man.
That's
But
a fact. However, though, it do kind of go into the movie
uh
we talking about today, man, without remorse. You know what I'm saying? This kind of goes into that lane of you know what I'm saying, of what my man had to go through. My man John Kelly. I like how they didn't want to give him the full John Wick name. They still wanted to put John in there though. My man John Kelly is badass, bro. This dude is nonstop action. I'm telling you, from beginning to end, this is the man. My favorite scene in the movie, real quick. You know what I'm saying? When he was locked up, and you know what I'm saying, they were sending the guards after him. My man went ahead and wrapped up his fist. You know what I'm saying? He put his shirt in the sink, get that floor wet, and my man went and got busy. But for those who don't know, man, Without Remorse is about a I want to say I don't know what branch he was in, but he was a special operative in the military that basically had went after, or he went on a mission. The mission wasn't fully briefed to him correctly, so basically the people who were affected by the mission came to America and started to retaliate against the soldiers that were all a part of that mission. He being one of them, he lost his wife, lost his unborn child, and basically he sought to get revenge on them, which he eventually did. And a lot of shit happened in between that, but that's just a small little synopsis of what Without Remorse is about. It was a great cast. You know what I'm saying? We had Lauren London, we had Michael B. Jordan. For the rest of the people, I'm not really sure, but the lady that played Greer, she did,
Jody Turner Smith.
yeah, she did a hell of a job, bro. She did a hell of a job. I got to give her flowers, man, because you don't get a chance. Now, first and foremost, let's just talk about this. We don't get a chance to see a lot of black women in those roles, right? We don't get a chance to see um a lot of dark-skinned black women in those roles. And we damn sure don't get a chance to see a lot of dark-skinned black women in those roles who aren't deemed sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like usually they try to make her the hot colonel, or you know what I'm saying, the hot leader, or the super sexy lieutenant or whatever. Like she was none of that. She was just a very beautiful woman who happened to play this role, and she played this motherfucker to a T. And she kicked ass. So salute that. You said her name was Jodie Turner-Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, salute to Jodie Turner-Smith, man. She really did a great job. She looked good doing the role too. And you know what I'm saying? She was out there she was acting her ass off. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a lot of times you can, feel scared when she walked up on dude after the briefing and was like, "Why didn't you tell me this shit was happening?" I got nervous. I was like, "Oh shit, wait a minute, this is a movie." I had to remind myself, like, wait a minute, this is a movie. She can't whoop me. She went Black Mama on his ass. I was like, "Oh shit, he about to get a whooping." It was a good movie though, man. What did you think about it?
I thought it was good, man. And also, man, like we were speaking about the cast, man. Jamie Bell, man, the person that played Robert Ritter. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy from Jumper, man. That's my dude from Jumper. So
hey, listen, Ritter did a hell of a job too.
Yeah, he did. He played a good asshole in the beginning.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He played a great asshole. But I remember saying this at the end of, we were doing the coming soon of our last episode of Gothica, and I was talking about Lauren London. It was great to see her working again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She has had a rough couple of years, rest in peace to Nipsey.
Yes.
But so she's been and then the crazy thing about that is like the internet, dude, because there was, I don't know if you heard it, but there was a rumor that was going around a couple of months ago.
Michael B. Jordan was together.
No, not that her and Michael B. Jordan was together, but that she was pregnant for real. But she was pregnant in the film. So people were trying to say that she was pregnant in real life. They was like, who did she get pregnant by? She had like she loved Nipsey, now she gonna go get pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
but
it's
just
like,
that she loved Nip don't mean that she can't go still live her life, man.
Oh yeah, of course. But like,
God damn.
but you know how the internet is, man.
Yeah.
The internet crazy, man. And then what it ended up being was a picture of something must have leaked. And people thought that was her in real life pregnant.
Yeah, because of the movie. Man, we gotta we really gotta get out of this real quick. I want to switch gears and not really switch gears like too far off, but somewhat, because it's related in a way. It's connected like 6 degrees of separation at least. This whole like when somebody dies thing, like we supposed to be like super, super loyal to their legacy, right? So like when Nip died, they was like, man, Lauren London can't date nobody else. Yes, she can, bro. Like let that woman live her life. When she's ready to get back out there and she's ready to go continue and live her life, and if she feels like it's necessary to get back out there and live, then yeah, she's allowed to go back out there and date new people and be with somebody else. She doesn't deserve to be alone for the rest of her life because somebody that she was with died. Like if I died today, like I would hope that my wife would eventually, you know what I'm saying, come to terms with what happened and be cool with herself. And if she finds somebody else, that she would be out there and looking for somebody else, not just sitting back every time and she don't want to date because I passed away. Like to me, that's stupid. In a sense, like it's the same thing with this whole like recasting T'Challa thing. Let's recast T'Challa, bro. What's the beef? Like I get it. Chad died, you know what I'm saying? He's not coming back. We will definitely miss him, but I think that, and shout out to Van Lathan because he said this too. I think that it would be even more disrespectful to Chad to let the character die off instead of, you know what I'm saying, recasting him and letting him live on screen, because the whole point of it is a character that represents us being on screen. We got Falcon, we got Warhammer, but they sidekicks. But when we get the Black Panther, he's not a sidekick. He's one of the main guys. So it's important to keep that character on the screen. So like with all this, I mean, I get it when somebody passes away, you know what I'm saying? You deserve the right to mourn and take your time with it. But after you fully mourn and after you come to terms with it, like it's okay to get back out there and continue to live life. But that's all I just wanted to say. And we kind of seen that. That's actually in this movie as well too. So I guess that did make sense.
Yeah, of course. And to piggyback off what you said, like the way that Fast and the Furious did with Paul Walker.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I had a problem with it. They just had him riding off, and they make it seem like they're gonna keep living that life that they're doing, and we're just gonna leave him and and Dom's sister alone when we handling all this shit. But the only problem I had with that was the fact of like his character rode for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as big as this shit has gotten, like Fast and Furious 8. Well, Fate of the
Don't ask me. I thought that was on 11.
But like the thing is, it's like it's much. I mean, Dom flipped on the whole team. You telling me Paul Walker's not gonna show up when this fucking shit happens? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I'm not criticizing with the way they did it. It just that would have been better to kill him off. I'm sorry. It sucks that he died the way that he died.
I agree.
But it would have been. It seemed like it just would have flowed better if
it would have made more sense.
It would have made more sense because the bigger as this shit is getting and as crazy as these missions are getting, you telling me he's just fine, but well, they're going through all this shit. I'll just sit back and raise my son and not help. Like he would want to help.
Or they could have been like, you know what I'm saying? He been now I can't say he got trapped somewhere or held hostage because that would have been another mission. I don't know. I agree with you. He definitely should have died. But I mean, like now that franchise has done so much wild shit, bro. That shit is in space. This episode. This next movie, this motherfucker, they going to space. Bow Wow back. Dude from Varsity Blues. I mean, not Varsity Blues. Dude from
Friday Night
Lights. Yeah, he back. I mean, it's just like, God damn, man, what's going on? The one dude that we thought was dead is not dead.
He's back. Hung.
Yeah.
Hung died like 3 goddamn times, man. Like,
and I'm like, listen, God damn. So yeah, Friday. I'm about to call it Friday Night Lights. Fast and the Furious, man. Listen. We talked about this a long time ago. Already home about how horrible Fast and the Furious is. Because I still don't know what they do. I to this day, I don't get what they do. Are they criminals? Like, are they international criminals? Are they street racers? Like, what do they really do? Like, I don't get how this movie went from underground street racing to basically now going into space, doing a heist in space. They doing a space heist. Like, I don't get how I got here. And then they had like Hobbs and Shaw, and then it was just like, bro, it's too much, bro. I see why Tyrese was mad at The Rock for that one time.
Hey, but that shit crazy. Oh man, I don't even remember how the fuck we got there, but nah, it was great to see Lauren London back at it, man. Back out there, man. Because I think sometimes doing what you're good at is a good thing to do. After she had her time to mourn. Not that. I mean, everybody works on their own clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, however long it takes you to get it done, that's how long it takes you to get it done.
Yeah.
But so this is a Tom Clancy story, right?
Yeah, I forgot about that too. Yeah.
I'm telling you, listen. I am going to get you to watch it, my guy. Listen, Jack Ryan, man. I'm telling you, you like this.
Jack Ryan.
You said you couldn't watch it because my dude was in the office, man.
No, I watched the movie. Ain't it a movie, Jack Ryan?
No, man, it's the show.
No,
I'm
Amazon. Thinking of Jack Reacher. Never mind.
Yeah, you're thinking of Jack Reacher, man. I'm talking about Jack Ryan, my guy. Listen,
hey, bro, listen. It's all that shit is to say. I'll watch it for you. I'll watch it for you, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm able to take that shit serious, man, because he's not an action star.
Dude, he's I seen a picture. I don't know how real it is, but they got him in the next Fantastic Four. If that picture,
he's supposed to be Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's him and my girl Emily Blunt. So that's what the poster says. I'm telling you,
man. There's no way I'm ever believe Jim Halpert is out here saving lives and shooting AK-47s and pistols and M16s and throwing grenades. Dude. Jim Halpert does not do that.
Listen, man, he like I'm telling you, if you look, obviously you like Without Remorse. I'm telling you, it's basically like the same fucking
Yeah,
thing, basically,
but
dude.
with
Like
Tim
in a
help,
way.
does Michael
But
Scott show up? I just want to know if Michael Scott shows up to help him. Not just playing. Nah, I'm gonna check it out for you, man, because I know you've been on this, you've been standing on it. So I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna see what it's like. I need something new to watch anyway, so I'm definitely gonna check it out. But see, the thing is, like with Tom Clancy movies, and I think I talked to you about this too. Like they're super realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, well, with this one at least, because it ain't too many Tom Clancy spinoffs, but they just seem a lot more realistic. For me, it just seems as if like the situations that he's putting the characters in don't seem like over the top. You know what I'm saying? They don't seem like too far fetched. And I think that this is one of the movies that showed just how realistic it can be. Um, this was just like it was great. The action was realistic. You know what I'm saying? The fight scene seemed realistic. It seemed like that, in certain situations you could tell who knew what who didn't know anything, and it was nice, man. It was very interesting.
Yeah, to say the least, yeah, it was, man. And I like the one scene like when they first what's my man name? When Ritter first came and he was like giving them like the mission or whatever.
Hmm.
And and uh and what's my man name? So John Kelly's like great meeting or something like that. And he was like, "Oh, so you the smart guy." And then
Hmm.
the other guy was just like, "Nah." He was like, "Actually, I'm the smart ass, and he's the such and such or whatever." Like I
Hmm.
thought that shit was dope, but then it was just kind of like, so you got us going in on this mission, and you giving us this little tiny brief, this tiny
Yeah, like you ain't
briefing,
even
like this
briefing
is
us properly. Yeah, that shit was
yeah, like
crazy.
like the shit seemed weird, and then they go in and he pulls somebody ID and like, yo, this guy's a Russian op, and
Hmm.
and then Ritter's like, I don't see no Russians, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So we like, yo, like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And then the crazy thing about this film was, and really like this will go in with the synopsis that you had gave, was
Yeah.
like when they get back like 3 months later, everybody that was involved in that mission start dying one by one by one. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then they went to John Kelly's house and they go to kill him. He gets the drop on a few of them, but then one guy got away. And but the thing is, well, you know what? I say that for the end.
Okay.
But like, so to think that the CIA had gave them this mission to go pick up this one guy.
Hmm.
Then they go in and they get the guy from the Russians. And the whole thing about it was, you know what? Fuck it. The whole thing was to see it. And look, Uncle Watch should say this shit all the time.
Hmm.
He would always say, like, America, if we wanna do better and all this type of shit, he was like, we need to all we gotta do is get along, right? And then he was talking about how much money is being poured into the military. He was like 51% of our budget go to the military.
Yeah.
And he was like, so if 51% of the money go to the military, they got to use it. So we got to beef with somebody.
Yeah.
And like my man said, the country that we got the biggest beef, or at least had one of the biggest beef with, back in the day when they was the USSR, now they're Russia, Soviet Union,
Hmm.
whatever you want to call them. He was like,
Hmm.
that's the biggest money maker. If we
Yeah.
beef with them, shit, we can have a huge come up. So like the whole thing was a whole setup for us just to beef with Russia, and they're like, "Yo, y'all are gonna be the sacrificial. If I could talk, y'all are gonna be the sacrifice of lambs.
Hmm.
If we gotta lose a few people just to get this money cow going, then that's what we're gonna do." And
Yeah.
like basically, like that's what it was. Like the CIA was just like, "Yo, we just trying to beef with Russia so we can make this money."
Yep. Yep. And then it's like you kind of seen the way everything, because at first it didn't seem as if, you know what I'm saying, they knew how everything was going down. You know what I'm saying? They showed like the one guy getting ran over in the middle of the street. His little girl had seen it. Then they showed, I think, like the one dude, he talking to his girl in the car. He gets shot up in the car. And then, you know what I'm saying, we see that we get to Michael B. Jordan's house. And then, you know, he downstairs listening to music. And the crazy part is, if they would have never cut off the power, he could have been killed.
Yeah.
They cut off the power. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he knew something was up.
But this is my only thing about the power being cut off. It's like, just the timing of that damn computer dying. It's just like, as soon as they cut the power, now all of a sudden your computer dies. It's just like, I just thought it was a little funny, but you know, no criticism, but it's just.
No, I'm with you because it had threw me off when it had happened. I'm like, okay, they cut the power off. I seen that part, and then the computer died. So when he went to go plug it up, I'm like, oh shit, it wasn't plugged in. Like who? Because in my head, I'm like, yo, who uses their laptop without keeping it plugged in? Like unless you're going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. I'm like, so it ain't charged up, okay. And then he went to go cut the light on. I was like, oh shit, now it's about to get down. So I mean, like when that scene happened, like just the way that, you know what I'm saying, like he got busy on that. My thing was he shot old dude on the stairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
How didn't nobody else hear that?
You know what? I think they heard it, but I think that they didn't know where the shots was coming from. Because when you think about the last dude, because when he got up the stairs, the other dude got him twice, but 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Where they were just shooting each other, and he got hit by 3 times.
Well, so see, they had silencers though. They all had silencers.
They had
he was
silencers,
the only one with the loud ass gun.
But you got to remember, he only killed 3 people.
Mm-hmm. It was 4 of them.
Well, no. I'm lying. He only killed 2 and shot 1.
Right.
Remember one dude shot himself.
Mm-hmm.
No, he didn't shoot himself, but the other Russian shot the one Russian. Because the whole point, you know what? Fuck the end of the podcast. They shot one dude.
You're right.
The Russians shot one dude to leave a Russian on American soil.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole setup. The whole setup was for the one dude to shoot that one Russian and to leave him there, because the whole plan was 4 guys went in, but the plan was for 3 guys to leave.
Right.
Like that's what the plan was. And they wanted one guy to be left behind. So this whole war thing could even happen in the first place.
And then we find out that the dude that's in the whole Russian thing is a CIA operative who was being used to do this whole thing. So, I mean, this, like I said, man, this movie was so good because it was like, now this is one of the first movies I actually put my phone down to watch in a long time. So I really like, well, besides when I was texting you, I was pausing it and then texting you, and then I put my phone down and I watched. Because when I told you, I was like, bro, this shit is fucking fire, bro. I was really pausing that motherfucker. Like I was eyes glued. I paused it and called my mom, like, Mom, have you seen this? She was like, yeah, I seen it. It's good. And I'm like, let me call you back. Let me finish. So I mean, like, this was one of those ones where I was really tuned in. You know what I'm saying, while the movie was going on. It was real good. What I thought was interesting, though, was when he had went to go kill the Russian consulate dude, and, you know what I'm saying, like, he had ran into he walked up to him. He was supposed to be drunk. He walked up to him, you know what I'm saying, found out where the car was going and everything else. I don't know how the hell he got a tow truck. He gets the tow truck. He chasing him down. He called one of the cars in with the police, so they got to pull off. So now, you know what I'm saying, the car that he looking for, Solo Dolo, he ram it up, bam, hop out, pour gasoline over it, set that bad boy on fire. You know what I'm saying? He get out, and then once he get out, he hop in the back of the back seat with the dude while the car on fire, kill the dude in the front seat. Then, you know what I'm saying, he stabbed dude up a couple times. And then, you know what I'm saying, he sliced them up, got up out of there without the weapon. And that's how they sent them to jail. My thing was like, yo, how y'all just put my man in jail like that? Like, Y'all don't know what was going on in that car. You don't know what he could have did. He could have been being held hostage. Y'all just gonna let him go to jail? It's fucked up, man.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but also like I think that they could tell that he was the one that was driving the tow truck and he did it intentionally. And there was witnesses that saw him set the car on fire. But also got to understand is that they put him in a prison where there was Russian people.
Yeah,
because the whole thing, the whole thing was like, yo, we need this whole team to die. Because we don't need anybody that know what happened during that mission. Because see, the thing is, when my man Ritter briefed them, he didn't brief them everything.
Right.
And if everything would have happened the way that the people wanted Ritter for, I don't think it was Ritter. I think
no, it wasn't.
It was the people above Ritter. Like the whole thing
was the CIA secretary.
Yeah, like they wanted the whole team to die that day when they went and picked up the one dude. But they was like, all right, well, no.
Well, they didn't know they had John Kelly on their goddamn team. They didn't know how badass John Kelly was. Because I'm telling you, man, when that motherfucker was in that jail cell, bro, that showed me everything I needed to know about who the fuck this dude was. This motherfucker was fighting these niggas. They had shields and batons and they had all the latest gadgets. That shit didn't make a goddamn difference. He beat the one dude to sleep in the bed.
Yeah. Hey, he said, once y'all come in here, I'm gonna start snapping necks.
Man, what?
And then everybody just backed up.
And then the one dude, luckily, he came down there and saved them because it was about to get real bad. You know it's bad when you got 5 COs in there and they all got on riot gear and you the only one walking around. It's real bad. It's real bad. It's real bad. That motherfucker, man. That scene was so cold, bro, because it was like you really seen who he was. You know what I'm saying? Like you really seen the type of soldier he was. Like you knew at that point in time, like, oh, this motherfucker is the real deal. Like this is why they want to get rid of him because this motherfucker can really do some damage. So, yeah, man, I think that specific scene really showed just how badass his character was.
I think another reason why they wanted to get rid of him because they knew he was smart too.
Yeah,
like he wasn't just a dumb dude that followed orders, you know. And so when they gave him the phone after that whole fight scene went down, it was old girl. What's her name? Greer. And Greer's like, yo, I trust the CIA agent. You can believe him, so go with him. And then they bring him to the one place, and then they briefing him there. And it was funny because they was introducing everybody. He was like, well, you know Greer. And he was like, this is Ritter. He was like, I know him. Like he was still mad at Ritter. And then like when they was telling them like how the thing was gonna go down, Greer's like, I don't think Kelly should go.
Yeah, man, that hurt his heart.
Oh yeah, he was hurt. He was hurt. And so then, but then you know what? I didn't even notice it at the time until later on in the film, because Secretary Clay was like, nah, I think he's just the man that we need for the job. And so then like they go there and they're on the plane, and I thought, see, also with this movie, it gave you a little trickery too.
Yeah,
because when they was loading up on the plane, and this is another crazy part. How can I forget this? So when they were sitting there briefing him, and Greer said, I don't think he should go, and he said, I think he's the man for the job. They told him, yo, when this job is over, when you come back, you're going to prison. Yeah. And it's like, the fuck? Like, my damn family get taken out, and I'm sitting here going around trying to get answers, and then y'all got me doing international fucking crimes and shit, and then when I come back, I gotta go to jail. So anyway, so they loading up to go on the plane, and Ritter's like, yo, I'll see y'all when you get there. He's like, yo, you ain't riding with us? And then all of a sudden, they get on the plane, and he start fucking with Greer, like, you know, sticking his finger in her ear and thumping her and all this type shit. Then she gave him that lock, but
hey,
she dropped him to his knees.
On the arm he got shot in too? Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, but she dropped him to his knees. He was like, yo, what's up with all of that shit back there? And so she's just like, yo, I don't think you mentally fit to do this. You're too emotionally attached to the situation, which she was, right? But at the same time, I think that he was kind of looking at it like, what I got to lose. this could be a suicide mission for me because what I got when I come back, my family's gone.
Yep.
And all I got is to look forward to is to go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, yo, like I'm trying to do this. And then all of a sudden the plane gets shot down.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. See, now this is why once again this movie is so good because you know what I'm saying, y'all know me, man. I'm big on plot twists. I'm big on story. This is one of those things that made Ritter seem even more deviant than he was. You know what I'm saying? Like it was one of those things that was like, oh shit, Ritter set them up. So you know what I'm saying? Now that we see that happen, we see them escape, we see them find the boat. You know what I'm saying? And he went and used his training.
Them my ass. Kelly went down there and got that shit himself. He was telling them, yo, we need gear.
Yeah,
he was like, we need gear.
He definitely used his training, got down there, found a way, you know what I'm saying, to get that boat up there. Boom, they get the boat, they speed off, they find a dock to go to. They go to the exo point. You know what I'm saying? No, not the exo point. I'm tripping. They go to the destination, find the destination, you know what I'm saying? And when they get there, who the fuck is there? Sitting in front of a bunch of motherfucking Russians with a bunch of motherfucking money. Goddamn Ritter. Man, listen. That motherfucker spazzed the fuck out when he seen Ritter, bro. He held that nigga up against that goddamn locker or whatever the fuck that was. Bro, he was about to kill that motherfucker, man.
Oh hell yeah, boy! He had to, man. He was turning red as a motherfucker, boy. He was about to kill him, and so he's like, yo, like he's like, what the fuck is this money for? Like what the hell is going on? And so then we find out. Then he talks him down, and then when they getting ready to walk in on him, the one thing that he did, which I think the whole thing was, I think that Clay wanted all these motherfuckers dead.
Right.
I think he got to the point where he even wanted Ritter dead. Because the thing is, like,
yeah, because he was on Ritter ass.
Yeah, I think that the way it was supposed to go down, the way that Clay wanted, was he shoot them down in the plane, so they taken care of. Mm-hmm. And then you got to do the money transaction thing with Ritter, and then after that, Ritter was supposed to be with a dude with a suicide bombing. And then boom, Ritter's out of here too. So everybody that knows about it is gone. But with them, you know, with Kelly and the rest of them able to get the boat, you know what I'm saying? And then they still all be there. But see, he shut the door on them. So the way, because he put a hold on that mission, if it would have went down, because my man had a suicide bomb on.
Right.
The one person that got away from his house is the person that he was tracking down, and he was the one that you said that was a CIA op.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He worked with the CIA, and he was like, yo, this is the way it's supposed to go down. We're supposed to die. We all supposed to die. So he, you know what I'm saying, pulled the bomb, but Kelly hid behind the door. But the reason nobody else died was because of the simple fact that he hid them behind, well, he locked that door. But I'm telling you, listen, the CIA is a motherfucker. Because now you're thinking like, oh shit, the suicide bomb didn't work, so everything good. Hell
no, snipers.
They got two motherfucking snipers across the street.
Nigga, snipers, nigga.
It's like, what the fuck?
No, they had 3.
It was 3.
They had 2 in the windows, remember? Because old girl, where she was pinned down at, they had one shooting from there. Then they had another one shooting from where old dude got shot at. And then when they opened the door, it was another one in the hallway at the hallway. Man, listen, when I tell you, bro, that shit was the craziest setup I've ever seen. Then the police got down there, they shooting the police.
Yeah, and it was the look like they was shooting the police.
Man, that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was crazy. But once again, John Kelly to the rescue. This nigga gets busy. You know what I'm saying? Yep. He started to do his motherfucking thing. They found a way out, but guess what? He said, I'm sick of this shit. I'm not having this shit. I'm about to take these motherfuckers out. So he, you know what I'm saying? He basically tell them, y'all go ahead and escape. I'm going to catch up with y'all. They was like, nah, John, you can't do it. He looked at him like, man, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? my nigga took out a whole squadron of dudes, including the police. And he took out some chemical evac people. You know what I'm saying? Whoever was in there, they was getting their ass kicked. Just know that. That nigga John Kelly wasn't playing, bro. And then you talk about the smoothest escape I've ever seen in a movie. This nigga, he get to fighting, he blows something up, and then next thing you know, all these people rushing in to go save everybody. This nigga walking out in the goddamn he had on the firefighter's costume. He had the mask on, all that shit. I'm like, yo, this nigga is a beast, bro. That nigga was the truth.
Oh yeah, man. It was great. It was great to see that. Then he was able to make it back, and then so he gets back. So then they think, oh well, John Kelly's dead, and then this motherfucker shows up in the bathroom. Clay was having a meeting with somebody. He showed up in the bathroom and was like, yo, like I was supposed to play dead, man, and I got the he's like, I got the answer for you or some kind of little shit like that. And there was a whole setup to see, and then he found out that Clay was the one that was setting that shit up. Yeah, setting that shit up the whole damn time. But see, then him and Ritter had gotten an understanding after that, because then that's when he realized when that whole shootout happened with all the snipers and all that shit.
Yeah, he realized.
Kelly realized like, he was like, oh yeah, they were trying to take you out too. So obviously, it's somebody above you that wanted to fuck all us over. Yeah. So that's when him and Ritter got this understanding, and so then him and Ritter came up with the plan of setting Clay up. You know, him, Ritter, and Greer, because like that whole thing was dope as fuck how they figured that out, because it was just like, because I was thinking when he got him to confess in the car, because like it was a great setup, because he's like, yeah, you see this GPS, it got us going to West Virginia, where your daughter's home from college. You know what I'm saying? Your son, he's there. Nah. If you don't give me some answers, I'm taking all y'all out.
Oh, so boy. That's the last motherfucker you want on your ass.
I'm telling you, because he knows, like, look at all the shit he's not been through. So if he say he's going to do this shit, he's going to do this shit.
And so, you are not going to like it.
Hell no. So Clay gives up everything. He gets it on tape, and then he crashed that shit into the damn water. And I'm thinking, all right, he's about to go ahead and die and go with his family. Because he was just sitting there. Yeah. And then he has this vision of his wife, and like she's talking to him. He was like, are we in heaven? And she was like, yeah. And she basically said, it's not your time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, just go back because it's not your time right now. And then Greer comes pulling up with the oxygen tank, you know what I'm saying, give him some oxygen. And like the whole thing was for him to fake his death. And it was so funny because when they gave him his new credentials, he was like, John Clark.
Yeah, like
right,
real
creative.
Yeah, real creative.
That was dope as fuck, man. But you know what? I did not know they damn marveled us, man.
What you mean?
I didn't know that there was something at the end of the credits.
Yeah, okay, so now listen. So I just found this out as well. My little cousin, because when I watched it, I had posted up. I said, "Man," I said, "Without Remorse was a fire movie." So when I said that, my little cousin had said something. He was like, "Oh, you ain't watched through the whole credits, did you?" I'm like, no, nigga, this ain't Avengers. He was like, "That's what you think." I still gotta go back and see it. I still haven't gone back to see it.
Oh man.
So. You know what I'm saying? For the you know what I'm saying, for the pod though, what happened?
Basically, so when she gave him the credentials and he was like, I'm gonna do what I do best, I'm gonna disappear, right? So it doesn't say where he goes or anything like that. One thing I skipped over, he basically went to his own funeral type of thing.
Yeah. Right.
So Greer gets in the car and he like the radio was on or something. He was like, I'm listening to that.
Like, I was listening to that, yeah.
And that's when they showed him get the oxygen, because you think he dies.
Right.
Because they show him sitting in the water in the and then they cut to the funeral. So they cut to the funeral and then she gets in the car, and then he starts talking, and then they show her give him the oxygen. All right, so then they go to the train station or wherever, airport, wherever they at,
Right.
and he's like, "What you gonna do? I'm gonna disappear." Nah. Well, what happens in the thing at the end of the credits was he is standing at the what they call that tall ass thing, that tall skinny thing in Washington D.C.
Oh, the needle.
That thing.
I know
So
what you're talking about. The needle. I
so
think it's called the needle or something like that.
whatever the fuck that thing is, they was climbing that shit in the Spider-Man Homecoming joint.
Mm-hmm.
They had a fight scene on that thing.
Okay.
So he's standing there looking at that, and then Ritter comes up, and then so then they get to talking about John is like, "Yo, I set up a team, and basically what my team is going to do is my team is going to basically specialize in like singling out these people that are doing this illegal shit in the CIA.
Oh shit!
Something like this don't happen again."
Mm-hmm.
And basically, Ritter is going to help him out with this.
Mm.
And then, like, because when Ritter was walking away, he was like, "John is glad to see you back," and he was like, "It's glad to be back." So he didn't just disappear and fall off the map. Like he disappeared for a little bit, but he came back because he's like, "Yo, it's not just Clay.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be some more motherfuckers that's involved in this stuff, and they're gonna do it again, and they're gonna, sacrifice some other people's family just so they can start a war with another country, so this cash flow can keep going."
Man,
so like
that shit
basically,
fire.
yeah. So basically, what they're doing is setting you up for another one.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what it is. They setting you up for another one. So yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. Jack Ryan, man, you need to watch it, man. Tom Clancy.
I'm gonna watch it. I promise you, bro. But for right now, man,
that shit is. I'm telling you, I didn't expect. I was on it. Listen, I was on it late too.
Yeah.
Like the 2 seasons it was already on the second season when I watched it, and so I was like, damn. And then it's like the more and more you watch it, and it you know what, it really, you can tell this dude has a certain writing style.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Tom Clancy definitely does. Even if you play his video games, it's the same thing.
Yeah, and he has, and I'm telling you, the Jack Ryan joint is very similar to this shit because it's talking about the dirty people in the government. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about how fucked up the government is and all this type shit. So I'm surprised. You know what, man? He's like a motherfucking Oliver Stone, dude. Like Oliver Stone was
Tom Clancy.
Yeah, it's like he'll throw the government under the bus real quick.
You ain't never read none of his books?
Nah.
Yeah, his books like that too. You know, he had Rainbow Six. That's one of the books that they based the video game off of. He also had he had Splinter Cell. That's another one that he had what's the name off of. But yeah, Tom Clancy is he got some pretty dope ass books that I'm surprised they ain't made a lot more movies out of yet.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a Jack Ryan season 3 coming out sometime soon. Or if they probably working on that shit now.
As a matter of fact, if you ever get a chance, look up the video game called oh shit, what is that video game called? Hold on. It's based on a Tom Clancy book, but it's a super dope video game. We play it all the time. He got like Ghost Recon. He got I said Rainbow Six, Splinter Cell. What else do we got? The Division. I don't know if you ever heard of The Division, but that's one of them ones that it's a fire video game. But it tells a great story, just like you know what I'm saying, like the movies do. But the story of The Division is real good.
Okay. All right. I mean, like that was really like I remember when I first seen the previews of this without remorse, and I was just like, I'm a person that will support Michael B. Jordan, but at the same time, when I saw that Tom Clancy, I was like, oh shit, I watched that Jack Ryan shit, so I was like, so I was definitely looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? For those two reasons, like I like when there are actors, not actors, but when they're like directors or writers or something like that, because like like me and you both, like we did a fucking appreciation episode on Christopher Nolan. You know what I'm saying? So like when it comes to like Christopher Nolan and Ryan Howard and not Ryan, Ron Howard and Steven Spielberg and like all these motherfuckers, Spike Lee and all this type of shit, like it's like in this type of field, man, like Tom Clancy, man, he seems like he's doing pretty well, and obviously he got a deal with Amazon because he put all his shit out on Amazon. So
he's the dude, man. He's definitely the dude. So fire flame time, man. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Yoga fire, yoga flame.
All right. So
I'll go first this time.
Yeah, I'll let you kick it off this time. I did the last one, so let's go, brother.
All right, man. It was a really good film. Not to slight it, but I fell asleep on it the first time around. But that was just that. It wasn't the movie, man. Like I tell people, man, because like I started The Son of Sam, well, the Sons of Sam on Netflix the other day, and it's good shit, man. It's just I'm saying, a little older, man, you do get a little tired sometimes.
Yeah, you fall asleep real quick.
Yeah, man, and that's the only time I fall asleep is on good shit. Like I do the opposite. I don't fall asleep on terrible movies.
That's because you comfortable.
Yeah, man. And so it's not a slight, man. Like I fell asleep on it the first time. I watched it the second time. I watched it all the way through, and I was like, man, you know what? It's a really good film. Michael B. Jordan did a great job. It sucks. I love the way how they found a way to put Lauren London in there a little bit more. They gave her 2 extra scenes after she was dead. So that was dope. Even though they were short, but it was great for them to put that in there. Man, I think the cast was pretty good. Like, even though like you might not know some of these people by name, but you've seen them before. You know what I mean? So I think they did a good job with that, especially with being an Amazon film. So I'm gonna give it, man. Oh man, I'm struggling with this one, man, because I want to. Because initially I was thinking 3.5, but then I was like, but I think it was better than a 3.5. I want to give it a 4, but I'm really dancing around it, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 4, man.
4.
But yeah, but I mean, but it's really like a goddamn 3.75.
So that's interesting that you said that, man. Me personally, I felt like that this was a great movie. The story was amazing. Michael B. Jordan, bro, he did a hell of a job in this role. I don't know why people are holding back putting him in action movies, but they definitely got to get him in a lot more. Greer did a great job. Ritter did a great job. I mean, the cast, it speaks for itself. Lauren London. It was great, like you said, to see her back in the films after all the trauma that she just suffered recently. So you know what I'm saying? Like the story, it was on point. It wasn't bad. It wasn't one of those movies that, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't one of those action movies that was over the top, you know what I'm saying, where, dude is he rolling over somebody back, pulling a pin out the grenade and grabbing his knife out his sheath at the same time. Then he land on his feet and throw it at the next dude. It wasn't none of that over the top James Bond type shit. This was like, you know what I'm saying? The fight seemed real. The choreography in the fight seemed realistic. You know what I'm saying? It was good to see, you know what I'm saying, Greer get down and dirty because she seemed like she could whoop somebody's ass the way she was portraying her character through the whole thing. My only thing was that, you know what I'm saying, the beginning of them taking out the soldiers, you know what I'm saying, when they ran my man over with the van, I thought that was a little excessive. That wasn't necessary. you know what I'm saying, them getting out and shooting people, that wasn't necessary either. I mean, I get it, you got to do it for the effect of the movie, but they could have held back on some of that shit. They could have just like let it be put in the news that they was getting taken out or whatever. And then it was the one thing with the whole villain thing, him killing the statesman. I mean the secretary of the CIA, Secretary Clay. I think that they could have definitely found a better way to off him instead of the way that they did. So I'm giving it a 3.5. That's the only thing. It was some of the ways in which they executed certain things that I didn't like, but for the most part, this was a great movie. This was a fire movie. The action in it was amazing. Michael B. Jordan was amazing. The rest of the characters were amazing as well. Outside of those few things, I really didn't have an issue with it.
It's funny you say that, man. Like I told you, boy, I was right at that damn 3.5, boy. I was right at it, boy. It was just like,
yeah, man. I
but
had to give it a 3.5.
I didn't wrong with that, man. Man, hey, listen though, on the real tip, man, I'm really excited about this one.
Okay,
coming up because we pushed it back a couple of times. We spoke about it before, and I love when we do movies where we could talk about other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that what this movie does that we got coming up, like it really opens your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It really opens your mind up to a whole bunch of other shit. And see, the great thing about that is the whole part of it opening up your mind is we can have like real fucking conversations about shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I thought that, yeah, man. So this next one that we got coming up, man, this shit will really open up your mind. I can't say the one thing. It sounds better to say it's gonna blow your mind, but you know what I'm saying? That don't happen in this movie, but it's gonna open your motherfucking mind up for real.
I will say this though. This is one of those things to where you question a lot of our intelligence off of this movie. Mm-hmm. This will make you question human intelligence off of this movie. I will say that.
It will. And the dopest thing, man, now that'll give it away. But it's gonna be really exciting. It's gonna be really exciting to do this because this is a movie that's slept on, man.
Yeah,
it's really slept on. A lot of motherfuckers don't talk about this movie at all.
Yeah,
like I remember when it came out, there was some buzz about it, but then it was like it came out and then it kind of like died down. I think that people didn't get what they really expected. But it
man, me and my mom watched this motherfucking movie and she was into it, and like she really ain't into these type of movies where like it's like high intellect, you know what I'm saying, questioning science fiction and all that shit. Like she ain't really into that. But when she saw this shit, she was like, yo, she sat me down, like we had a discussion after this movie. So I know this movie was that good. So
see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm excited, because it's gonna be really interesting to hear some of your thoughts on some of the shit. Because like, we're gonna talk about the movie, but there's some side shit.
Yes, a lot of theory that go into this.
Yes, exactly. So that's gonna be dope.
Yes, sir, man. So you know what I'm saying? Another one in the books, man. Without you guys can follow me on Twitter at Scoots Bronson, Instagram Scoots Bronson _TV, YouTube Scoots Bronson TV. Make sure you go to the Viewers Anonymous Podcast Watch Group. You can join up on Facebook. Make sure you get there, add yourself in. We just got a new member today. I didn't get to see who it was because I didn't get a chance to check. I've been at baseball practice all day. But we got a new member in there, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys join up as well. That way you too can become a member. This is where all the information for Viewers Anonymous is, as well as all the information for I'm about to call you, I don't know why the fuck I was about to call you Andre. S. Foster and myself, all our other podcasts as well. That's all I got.
It was Curtis Boykins. He asked to join the group.
Oh, shout out to Curtis Boykin, man. He actually is with our guy E with the what is it, FTT podcast or FFT podcast?
What, First Class?
No, yeah, not First Class. It's the other one that they got. It's like FTT or TFF or something like that. Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, he asked to join the group. So I plugged him in. I let while you doing that, man,
Yeah,
put out a new pod today on 28 minutes or less. So be on the
yeah.
lookout for that, man. I did that with the guy,
Oh,
JD.
I'm sorry. It's the C podcast. I don't know
The
why I
Steve
said
podcast.
TFF.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know
Yeah,
what you were
yeah.
talking about. I know they
It's
do that.
SE, yeah, SEE. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Curtis Boykin, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? I know him through E. You know what I'm saying? E with the First Class podcast. They brothers, so you know what I'm saying? They do a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying, work together. And Curtis also has the Link podcast too. I'm not sure if he still got it up, but you can still go back and go to listen to old episodes if he don't have it up no more. So go check that out. Support him.
Yes, sir. And I put out a new pod, you know what I'm saying, with the guy JD Oracle, aka Jamar Dean, aka JD Oracle.
Yeah.
Put out a new pod with him on the 28 minutes or less podcast. So go check that out. That's out on all major platforms. You know what I'm saying? You can check out the Stolen Time podcast. The last one I did was the one on the draft. So, you know what I'm saying? If you want to hear some of my thoughts on that, it wasn't just all San Francisco stuff. It was some other things that I pointed out that I seen through the draft. So you can find that. You know what I'm saying? You're probably not going to find it on Apple Podcasts, but it's on all other major platforms. But you can go to the Stolen Time podcast page on Facebook. You can, you know what I'm saying, like that, follow that. Everything's posted there as well. Also, you can go to the S.Foster8 on Instagram and Twitter, and also the Stolen Time Pod on Instagram. So yeah, man, we're still putting out content, man. So come fuck with us.
Yes, sir, man. And you already know, man. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like you guys always do, we definitely appreciate it. Hey, if you are listening to this or if you are watching this, and you enjoy it, man, leave us some comments, man. Leave us some feedback. Let us know how we doing. Or, you know what I'm saying, if you want to hear a specific movie, feel free to hit us up and let us know. We would definitely appreciate it. We would like to know how you guys are feeling about it as well, straight from, you know what I'm saying, you guys' mouths. So, with that being said, it's a wrap.
Cut.